So, what have I been up to? Well, starting around the time of the pandemic, I began a new venture, writing. My wife gave me this cool diary, which she said I could use to write down my thoughts and inspirations. And it wasn't too long after that, I went to sleep one night and I had the most vivid of dreams. It played out like a movie in my head, where I saw this vivid aerial shot of Dominica zoom down into the forest, where I saw a small family running from some futuristic looking beasts. And I saw how they worked together to survive. I saw how the eldest son, who would turn out to be the main character, I saw him go off on a journey of self discovery, and as the gene progressed, I realized that this was a dystopian story, and then he's going on to discover how society fell apart, what happened to the island, and the mystery gets explained gradually throughout the story. And I woke up seeing all this playing in my mind's eye, and I just grabbed the diary and I began writing immediately. And then I began the painstaking process of learning all about self publishing and all its details, including how to do digital drawing, starting from as simple as using Microsoft Paint and then gradually moving on to more complex programs. I am still learning. Everything is still a learning process. But luckily, despite not knowing what I was doing when I started, I did meet a fellow Dominican author who definitely gave me some tips to get the ball rolling. She's the author of the Furry Little Brother series, a nice series for people with young children. I suggest you have a look at it. I'll put the link to it below. It's a great illustrated children's series. Beautiful illustrations, wonderful prose. So, sometime after sending out that first Prodigal of Dominica book, I had another dream. In this dream, I saw a man driving through the middle of the island interior in the middle of the night, and he picks up this mysterious stranger that turns out to be more trouble than he's worth. And that is how Mr. Earl was born. That story turned out to be a completely different genre. It was a horror novel. But that is where the inspiration took me, and the inspiration to write, it's like a compulsion. You cannot ignore it. I don't know how other people's writing processes work, but so far for me, the dreams have continued. And each time I have a dream, I start writing it down in the same diary. And thus, in my dreams, I've also seen the ending of Prodigal of Dominica, which I am still working on right now. So stay tuned for updates.